Okay, so on your calculator, this is page 17. We're going to focus on Pythagorean theorem. So just going over this one, for example, number 6. When I square root this number, I can rewrite this as square root 64 over square root 25. It means the same thing. Okay, I could write it like this, or I could write it like this. You'll get the same answer. On your calculator, you have that square root button. Okay, um, I still get the question, how do I get, how do I press this button? Because when I press it, I get pi. That's not what I want. I want the square root button. So you have to press the shift or the second button, and then that to access any of the buttons in the yellow. Okay. So then root 64, you get 8. And then square root 25 is simply just 5. So this is 8 over 5. Okay. This one, solve for x. So it might look ugly, but this is actually just the Pythagorean theorem. Okay. So you do the same thing. 9 squared means 9 times 9, so 81. And then since you move this over, it becomes plus 4 times 4, 16. So x squared equals 81 plus 16. You get 97. Okay, a lot of times I see on tests, people just leave this as their final answer. That's not a final answer because you haven't really you didn't solve it yet. I don't want what x squared equals. I want x equal. Okay. So x, what's the opposite of square? Yep. Square root. Right. Opposite of square is not cube. So square, opposite of square is square root. So when you do that, second shift 97, I get this as my answer. The question does say round to the nearest 10. So my answer is, William? 9.8. 9.8. Okay, so again, I don't have to look all the way back here to keep rounding. I just want one decimal place. So then I look at this one, it's a 4, so I leave it as an 8. So 9.8. Okay, all right. So similarly, this one right here, I want to solve for x. So I'm going to scaffold. So negative 5x equal, I'm going to move that negative 1 over. So I get 34 plus 1, which is 35. Okay. Next, I'm going to scaffold. So I'm going to divide that negative 5. So move that negative 5 over by dividing. 35 divided by negative 5, I get negative 7. Okay. So x equals square root of negative 7. Can you do it on your calculator and tell me what you get? Square root negative 7. Jonathan. 2.6. Hey, who got a different answer? William? I got error. Error. Right. So, can you square root a negative number? No, not until grade 11. Grade 11 you can. But for grade 9 and 10, when you square root any negative number, you will get an error. Okay, so it's impossible. So x equal does not exist. Right? So, or if you write error or none or undefined, that's fine. Right? But x equals does not exist. In other words, if you think of this question, x, there's no x number. When you square it and times it by negative 5 and minus 1, you'll get a positive number. Okay, make sense? Okay, last example. Let's actually apply the the Pythagorean theorem. Okay. How many right triangles do you see here? Look carefully. How many right triangles do you see here? 2, right? So one right here and the big one right here. Okay, so there's a triangle within a triangle. So there's 2 right angle triangle. So how many times do you think you need to do Pythagorean theorem? 2 times, right? Let's actually write out the formula first. What's who remembers the formula for Pythagorean theorem? Leandro, let's give it a try. Oh, that's for the lines. So this one, Pythagorean theorem, is a c squared equal. Does that ring a bell? C squared equals. No. Okay. I think. Let's see. Uh, Jerry, did you have your hand up for Pythagorean theorem? Pythagorean theorem, c squared equals. Oh wait, I remember. That's it, right? Okay. But give him a chance. Give him a chance, guys. Okay. So yeah, c squared equals a squared plus b squared. That's when you want to find the hypotenuse, the longest side. Oh yeah. Okay. So the longest side of the triangle. What if I want to find a side length? What's the other one that I use? Uh, Jonathan? Oh, that's the one that I want for to find the hypotenuse. So if I want to solve for a squared, it's c squared Adam minus b squared. That's to find the sides. Okay. Oh, saved by the bell. Okay, so I want to figure out how long this is. I want to figure out how long this is, but the problem is this is not a right angle triangle, so I can't apply the formula on just this with using these lengths. But looking at the big triangle right here, looking at the big triangle, this is a right angle triangle. So I can use it to figure out what this is. Okay, so let's redraw that big triangle. Okay, this is 15. How long is the bottom right here? William? 11, right? So to find the side, that means I'm going to use the subtraction one. So a squared equal 15 square. Take away 11 square. Okay, I've seen the bad habit that some of you do. Some of you will write 11 square minus 15 square. If I do that, I'm going to get a negative value again. And as we saw, when we square root a negative, we get an error. So format is always the bigger number, subtract the smaller number. So 15 times 15, take away 11 times 11, I get 104. So as we just practiced, square root 104. So A is, okay, what did you guys get? Square root 104, William? 10.2. 10.2, good. Okay. You didn't get 10.2? You did. Okay. So now that I know this is 10.2 right here, how is it going to help me find the highlighted line? Leandro? Right. So now I'm going to look at this smaller triangle. Okay. I have this length. I have this length. I'm looking for the hypotenuse now. Okay. And how do I know it's the hypotenuse? Okay. Right. It's right across from that right angle, so that's how I know I'm looking for the hypotenuse. I'm looking for the C. So this is 2, this is 10.2. I'm looking for C right here. So C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So 2 squared plus 10.2 squared. Okay. I get 4 plus 10.2 times 10.2. I get 108.04. Okay. Therefore, my final answer is 108.04 centimeters. Am I right or wrong? What did I forget? Forgot the square root. If you look at the numbers right here, if this is 2 and this is 10, can this be 100? Alright, so when you get a final answer, always go back to your diagram to check if it makes sense. Doesn't make sense? Yep, I forgot to do the square root. So square root of that. And after rounding, I get 10.4. That's my final answer. Now do I get full marks? No, good. See, you guys are learning now. Okay. Andy, what do I need? Units. So centimeters. Now I get full marks. Okay. So I I would say this question is not hard because it's just applying the Pythagorean theorem. What's hard is to see the break up the diagram. So all I had to do here is break it up into 2 separate triangles. Uh, remember, I cannot apply the Pythagorean theorem to this triangle because it's not a right angle. So there you go. There you have it. So that's it. For the rest of the class, it is a short period today because of the assembly day schedule. So it's only page 17, 18. And you have about half an hour to get started on this. Anything not done? Homework.